Well, folks, it's that time of year when most podcasts kick back, take it easy for a couple weeks, run some reruns. But as you know, this podcast is not run by normal people. Joanna and I recorded an episode. It was just her and I in the studio, and we had not done that in a while. We had some catching up to do, and before we knew it, we were looking about an hour and 10 minutes worth of material and thought that was a little long. So at a time when your feed is running dry as you're driving around and avoiding your relatives, we thought we would divide this episode into three parts, three smaller parts, and drop it early. We're going to drop an episode today, we'll drop another episode in a couple of days, and then we'll drop the third part on our normal release day. It's our late Christmas, late Hanukkah gift to you. We hope you enjoy. Okay, Vermont House. Are Democrats going to gain or lose how many seats?
Oh my God. Amazon not paying into the education system. And I feel like Jeff Bezos can afford it. And so I really feel like we need to start looking at a corporate wealth tax.
We are in a housing crisis, and the way the state of Vermont has identified our housing crisis is we need 30,000 homes by 2030.
Yep.
There are 65,000 homes out there that are being underutilized.
Based on next November's elections,
Yep.
The winner or loser will have to buy beer for that December's production meetings. And that will also mean we're still doing the podcast at that time.
Yeah, and we're still speaking to each other. Yeah.
That's a really good point.
All very unlikely. Hello, Vermont. I'm Andy Julo.
And I'm Joanna Grossman.
And this is There's No Way in Creemee.
Vermont politics, culture, and beyond.
Thanks for joining us.
Hello and welcome to There's No A in Creemee. We are in a different seating arrangement today, and it's a little weird.
I'm facing the lights. They're very bright.
They're very bright.
I see what our guests are talking about when they
Yeah, because
face
they're
the
always
lights.
sitting here
Yeah.
and looking out.
And we're like,
usually
we're looking the
we're
other
like,
way.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. What's their problem?
Yeah. Yeah, it's also weird to not look at the camera.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
all right. Well, we're just going to plunge forward.
Could be bloody shambles. Could work out. Who knows?
That's every episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. When we push record, all
You
bets are
never know.
off. Yep.
Yeah.
We have some Creemee and Kin beer.
Yeah, we
today.
do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very sour.
It's so good.
Really good stuff.
Actually, I
I
feel
love
like
their
that was a
sours.
commercial, and it's not
You know,
But,
it's not. They're not a sponsor.
yet. Yeah, I'm so excited about this that I saw they're running this because I love sours and I love elderberry. So thank you for bringing it.
It's good.
It's so good. Yeah, I love them. We're doing a double scoop episode today. So it's just us. We're riffing on all kinds of things happening in Vermont politics and policy and all the stuff.
That is correct.
It's exciting.
There's a loose agenda,
Yeah.
and we'll try to stay on it.
We got this.
We have to start with a correction.
Yes.
I made a horrific error
Really bad.
in our Christmas episode
Yeah.
when I referred to the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer character of Yukon Jack, and it is Yukon Cornelius.
Yeah, it is.
I feel terrible. Yukon Jack is an alcoholic beverage, apparently. So when I said I want a giant Yukon Jack for my yard, I 100% stand by that statement.
Sure. Okay.
Yes, but the
Yeah.
character is Yukon Cornelius.
So it's a correction, not a retraction.
It's a reluctant correction. And I went today. I went to go get a selfie at Lowe's with
Yeah.
those because you suggested that.
Yeah.
And
it was
they were
important.
gone. There was just like the buttons that you would push to make them make the noise. That was all that was left. It was just this empty platform
Just
there.
the detritus.
Yes.
It's so sad.
Yeah, it was sad. But I did get 75% off Christmas lights.
Whoa.
And so I went nuts.
Nice. Ooh, we're going to need pictures.
Of the Christmas lights?
Yeah.
I have in the back of my truck. I have because I warned my wife that these were coming home
Yeah.
from the Lowe's parking lot, so I could share that with you.
Excellent. I
Yep.
really need pictures of them up.
Oh, well, they'll go up next year. Well, they will. Okay. All right. I had a strand bolt burn out, and I thought this sucks because it's, we got to.
Are
keep
they
them up as long as
colored
they
or
go.
are they white? I need to know everything.
I do. So along our fence, our picket fence, I do colored up until Christmas, up until about the Epiphany, and then I switch over to which the Epiphany is January 6th, the 12th day of
Thank you for
Christmas.
that,
I switch
yeah.
over to the, I forget who I'm dealing with here. I switch over to white, and then I keep that up for the winter because I like the light. Because it's, it's a dark season. It's good to have the light when you come home.
Yeah.
And when I go out with the dogs and things like that.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for correcting that. As you know, our accuracy is important.
I would apologize, but I'm not actually sorry, so that wouldn't be sincere. But I did want to note that.
Yeah. I feel like the Mets owe us an apology right now.
Several, possibly.
Quite a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, the list is growing.
Yes.
One of our least popular qualities is that we're both diehard Mets fans.
Yeah.
And the trade of Pete Alonso is continuing to hurt my heart. It's a long grief process. I can't let it go.
Yeah. Well, he left by free agency, but
He
they didn't
left,
trade
he
him.
left us.
He left.
He abandoned us.
I don't want you to have to do a correction in a future episode. But
Fair enough.
yeah.
And
They didn't make him an offer, and so he went elsewhere. And
I blame the organization.
you absolutely
and
should.
I don't want to.
On that one.
I really
They
would.
didn't want him back at that term.
I wanted him to stay. And I'm really sad about it. And that's just part of being a Mets fan.
Yeah, this was in 1990 when Darryl Strawberry left. This was when I was shattered and part of my heart just broke, and I've never gotten attached to anything or anyone ever since.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, the Mets do really teach you some resilience and coping mechanisms, huh?
Yeah, the Yankees make sure that they keep people until they retire, and then
Yeah.
they put their numbers up in the banners. And the Mets are never able to do that.
Oh,
They
it's
finally
brutal.
found their guy in David Wright, and then he had the spinal stenosis, and they lost him to injury early. But yeah, other than that, they've had a history of DeGrom and Darryl Strawberry and people who are headed for the Hall of Fame. They just can't hold on to them for their entire career.
It's really awful. It's awful. Okay, speaking of awful, so as you know, in my day job, my job is to fight the oligarchy, specifically Amazon. We had some sort of interesting quasi-maybe development this week. It was kind of nuts. So Amazon has been planning to build this same-day delivery facility in Essex, and it's right behind, not literally, but figuratively, right behind Phoenix Books in Essex. And it's not really great for Phoenix, but mostly for the entire retail economy of Chittenden County. And then I got this anonymous tip this week that maybe, so this is unconfirmed. So we might have to do a correction later. But yeah, I got this tip that they might be moving to Williston instead. And I feel wow, that's Williston is built on bricks and mortar retail. And that could be really bad. I have not been able to confirm it. So, if anyone listening knows something, shoot me a DM. But it's wild. I've been asking around, nobody knows anything, but everybody's had the same reaction, oh my gosh, that would be really bad.
You know what's interesting is there are a couple communities that have expressed that they want them.
I know.
And they don't seem to want to go there.
No.
They seem to have a certain radius, maybe around the airport or around certain transportation hubs that they want in on.
Yeah.
And they're trying to push through communities that have said they don't want it.
Yeah. It's interesting because, so when Courtney talked with us, I mean, she was a really good example of how hard it can be to shop in a very rural and or remote area.
Mm-hmm.
And so the use case for Amazon in those areas is stronger, and it's harder for me to argue against. But I mean, it would be devastating to the Burlington area and to the Burlington economy and Williston and Essex and all that. And yet, this is where they're trying to move. Yep. And that's annoying.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just part of my life right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's the leverage that local retailers have is that they can get you that item right away.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm really glad you raised that because someone said to me just yesterday, they were like, yeah, I don't like Amazon either, but how big of a difference is it going to be whether they're, plunked down here physically or not? And I was like, oh, well, if it's same day delivery, it changes consumer behavior. If they can deliver it, you're not necessarily going to go to Taft Corners or Church Street to get it. And he was like, oh, and that's why they want to do it. Amazon has data saying, oh, there's retail market share that we could displace. So that's why they're after it. Yeah, good flag. In political news in Vermont, crazy development everybody's been talking about that Emerge Vermont is going to be no longer. I am an Emerge Vermont alum, and I've been a trainer for several years, training on comms and digital. And Elaine was a co-host with me this summer when you were away.
Yeah.
And she sent out a note to folks late at night maybe a couple weeks ago now. I actually have to check that Emerge Vermont is going to be folded into a bigger Emerge, like a regional organization. And she's still going to be working there, which is great. But yeah, like everyone I talked to was like, oh my God, like it's sad. It's the end of an era.
Yeah, it seemed, I'm sure there were signs that were, people did know about, but it just seemed to come as a shock to a lot of people in Vermont.
It was a shock to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such an important organization with a lot of great alum.
Yeah.
Such as yourself.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
And I mean, so many women have been elected to office, with the encouragement. For me, it wasn't like I was already an established campaign manager by the time I did it. But I made such great friends in the program that I'm, Andy, who we had on the show, I met there. And I mean, so many people that I'm still close with.
Yep. That network.
Yeah. And that's been really nice. So it's a little sad. And I'm like, oh, are they still going to have like the parties and whatever? And I don't know. It's just, it's kind of a thing. So end of an era.
Yeah. And it's a tough time. I mean, a lot of female seats were lost in the last election.
Yes,
in the Vermont Senate for sure, and the House as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
I am curious if like some kind of Vermont-based training program that might have a little bit more, be a little more inclusive, like might be able to be established that could help Democrats get elected. It seems like there is still a market for, candidate training.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I just kind of stumbled my way through the first one, but I was lucky. I was in a 2-seat district, and Mitzi Johnson was the other seat, and she was supportive of me and helped, kind of guide me through. And that was all I had. I don't know what I would have had otherwise.
Yeah. Yeah. I've had a few candidates tell me that. So we are on the very cusp of 2026, and it's going to be a new election season and a new legislative session halfway through the biennium. And we thought it'd be fun to do some predictions. So I don't know, man. What do you think's going to happen? No, I have a few, but I want to know what you have.
Cosmically.
I'm really curious.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm always, of course, curious about the elections.
Give me like a category or something. Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about elections.
Is there theme music for this segment too?
Oh, I wish I'd like queued something up or something. Maybe we could add something in post.
Maybe.
Yeah, should like the Rocky theme or like.
Yeah, I mean, we just did a segment not that long ago on Jewish composers.
Yeah.
You can't just throw something up.
I am not one of those.
You're not one of those. Okay.
No.
All right.
Yeah, and my nephew who composed our theme music isn't Jewish. Yeah, but maybe I'll ask him. I mean, obviously, like, I'm really curious about the legislative margins and if we're going to hold anything or if we're going to lose more. I mean, we could possibly gain seats, and I would love to. I mean, I feel like it could go any which way because, I mean, this could be a wave year. Like, there's queuing, especially on the national level, for a wave year.
Yeah.
And I think that within the party, we're going to see a lot of turnover. Like, I mean, you hear rumors about primaries right now all the time, and I could definitely see that happening. And I could see us picking up some national seats within the state. I'm not sure if we'll have pickups. I'm concerned we'll have some losses, especially because it seems like we may not have a strong Dem on the top of the ticket, and I'm really concerned about that. I don't know.
You can't make generic statements like that. You have to make specific ones so we can sound dumb at the end of the year when we play this back.
Yeah, I'm going to sound, you know what? I'm going to commit right now to sounding dumb at the end of the year when we play this back.
All right, let me ask you this.
How's that?
Phil Scott running for re-election, yes or no?
I totally think he's running.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, why wouldn't he?
Right.
He's having a blast.
That would be probably the one I would feel the most secure about predicting.
Yeah.
He will run.
I think he's running, and so I don't see any big name Democrats going in against him and risking their seats.
I would agree with that.
I would love to see a tough candidate get in it, though, and talk about why a Democrat should be running the state and fighting for democratic values and trying to build the margins and build the bench and fight for Vermonters.
It would be nice to have a voice in that conversation and something to clap back a little bit. And arguably, if property taxes were the issue of 2024 and will probably be the or a large issue in 2026, December 1st was the deadline to have somebody in place to counter that rhetoric. Like, the Republicans were ready to go with their scripts on December 1st when the tax letter came out, and there was nobody to speak for the Democratic side, unfortunately. So
they already had mailers printed up.
They were ready to, their Facebook posts were out. They had their keywords ready. They were ready to roll on December 1, and unfortunately, we did not have a retort to that.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
It is.
And it's tough, right? Because we're not in the conversation. We're not fighting back on the issues. And then the other thing is that it leaves the down ballot candidates vulnerable. And so, in the lieutenant governor's race, we've got Molly Gray and Ryan McLaren getting in on the Democratic side. And so they're going to have a tough primary. They're both very competitive candidates. And one of them will come out of that. And then, they're going to take body blows from the governor if we don't have someone above them on the ticket. It looks like, we're going to have a multi-way primary in the auditor's race, which is, I've never seen that before. So that'll be, that I think could be really interesting. And then on down to Senate, we've got 2 open Senate seats, and we don't know what else is going to happen with the Senate yet.
Vermont House. Are Democrats going to gain or lose how many seats?
Oh, my God. That is I should have prepared for that.
I'm just here to pin you down on specifics.
Yeah, sure. Great. So you can really nail me next year.
I can throw out a number if you want.
Okay, what's yours?
I think the Democrats will gain 3 seats in the House. We want to take the House first and then go to the Senate?
Yeah. Okay. Wait, but where?
See, there's so many House seats.
That's just that there's so many.
I'm just picking a number out of the air.
Okay, sure.
And saying we'll get a little bit of momentum for the Democrats.
We should put some kind of money on this.
Yeah. I'm game.
All right, we'll get back to that.
Rounds.
Yeah. That's what it really should be, is someone buys beer for 4 production meetings or something.
Yep.
Okay.
Is that the bet? Buy beer for 4 production.
Maybe whoever by next. Okay, so based on next November's elections, the winner or loser will have to buy beer for that December's production meetings, and that will also mean we're still doing the podcast at that time.
Yeah, and we're still speaking to each other. Yeah.
That's a really good point.
All very unlikely, but
yeah. Okay, I like that. Okay, so you're saying 3 Democratic pickups.
Yeah,
in the House.
In the House.
And we're just sticking the House for a second.
Yes.
Okay, what am I saying? Oh, man. I think I'm going to say we're going to hold. We might have some pickups and some losses, but we're going to net even. In the House. That's what I'm going to say.
All right.
Yeah, I like that you're a little more optimistic than me, though.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's nice.
Yep.
Okay, Senate.
I say net even. I think that Addison will be the most competitive, but I think it'll go the same way it did. I think the incumbents, there's 1 Republican, 1 Democrat, Ruth Hardy, and I think they'll both hold their seat. I think everything else will stay as is. There really weren't many close races in that. Ours was close. Addison was close. That was it.
I think this makes me sad, but I think we're going to lose 1.
You do?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, and I'm not sticking to it.
Okay.
Interesting.
Once again, I am more optimistic than you.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's the theme.
People probably think of you like that, but I don't really think of you like that.
As an optimistic person?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a sunny disposition on the exterior.
Mm-hmm. You have an inner ball of rage.
Yeah. I'm a jerk. Yeah, terrible.
Jerk. That's what I'm always telling people, but they don't believe me.
They have not. Yeah, haven't seen that side.
I definitely want to talk about who's going to be the next LG.
Okay.
I like both the LG candidates. I'm not ready to come out on that one yet.
In the Democratic primary?
Yeah, and these aren't endorsements either.
No.
Just to be clear.
Definitely not.
I don't think we're even allowed to do that on the air. But I think like, do I think we're going to win that seat back? I guess is the question. I don't know. It's like, how much is John Rogers going to like be in the news about that silly road thing? Does anyone care about that? I don't really care about that. Like, I have other reasons that I'd like to see a Democrat in that seat.
I've oddly heard people talking about it that aren't as normally as plugged in, which is
really?
Because it does seem like a very nuanced issue.
It's like, I mean, to me, it's like Vermonters, like, really, they're all about local control and their dirt roads. And, like, I don't know. Honestly, I read that story and I was like, that doesn't cast him in that negative a light to me. I don't know. I didn't think it just, like, I'm not saying I agree with his choices so much as I just don't think that's going to, like, land with most Vermont voters as a problem.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, people are going to be like, yeah, I want to manage my road too.
Yeah. I think he's going to hold that position. I think beating Dave Zuckerman as the incumbent was the bigger lift than fending off a challenger. And if there isn't anybody strong at the top of the Democratic ticket, that is where, once again, a lot of the fire is going to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
I'm really curious what, if any, race Dave is going to get into.
Yeah.
Because we don't really know yet, but I don't think he's hanging it up.
I think you are correct.
Yeah. All right. Well, TBD. I think we're going to have some pickups nationally. I think we're going to pick up in the House.
Yeah. I would think,
Yeah. That's what I think.
Yeah, I think you're correct.
Yeah.
The Democrats will probably take back the House.
Yeah.
Would be my guess.
That would be good.
Yeah.
I think it'd be really good.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Maybe do something with that.
We have to
something
do
to
something
stand
with
on
that.
in the end of it.
Yeah.
Instead of the flip-flop back and forth.
Yeah. I am super worried about like the election and like it being free and fair.
Yeah.
I'm really concerned about that.
Yes, I've got a spouse in the line of fire there.
Yeah. Yeah. That's real. Okay. You want to talk about like big legislative issues that are going to make it happen in the legislature in the spring?
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean,
do we have to predict whether Act 73 goes all the way through or dies on the table or some kind of compromise? What do you?
I mean, that's
what's your
a good
vision
start.
here? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm curious.
What can we pin to so that we can make a judgment call?
Yeah.
On the beer rounds, because that's really what I'm focused on at this point.
Okay, excellent. Act 73, let's make a little list on the fly here. So, Act 73, and then I don't know what kind of legislative initiatives are going to come out of this, but I am curious what's going to happen with that public-private ed deal that we're hearing so much about. Because that's not really Act 73. That could be separate. You know, same dollars, same rules. Public money going to private schools. Oh, I just rhymed there.
That's great.
Yeah.
You're a poet.
Yeah.
You don't even.
Not so much.
Have knowledge of that.
Don't say it. I can't even. Okay. And then, I don't know, we're going to talk about this later, but wealth tax is going to be a big
same
issue.
dollars, same rules. That's not really that's not on the table legislatively.
Well, they'll get something in, don't you
think so? I don't know.
Well, that's the question.
I mean, that battle was just fought with Act 73, and it came out in some people's view.
But they've just geared up now.
They're more towards.
They have a lobbyist, and
others who didn't go far enough.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't see any movement there. I think they've got enough issues to worry about.
Yeah.
With figuring out how they break up districts, how they structure wards. I think that issue is probably going to fall by the wayside.
Okay. So you're saying that's not going to happen. What do we think is going to happen with Act 73?
I think it'll go through.
As intended?
As intended, I think there will be a lot more districts than we have. There won't be 5 districts. There won't be 8 districts. It'll be a lot of districts. I think you'll see kind of an alliance between medium-sized urban areas and the independent schools working together to make sure the threshold is lowered. Independent school areas are left alone. Your smaller metro areas are left alone, and just the rural areas are forced to do something.
Yeah.
I think it'll be very bad for my region. We'll be the losers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That could happen.
I think it will happen.
I really don't know. I mean, a lot of it does. Well, that gets right back into the legislative electoral conversation, I feel like, because I don't know. I feel like a lot of people are very unhappy with it. And Are people gonna, now we're getting into the election season, are people gonna risk their seats over it?
That'll be the question, is that some of the Republicans who represent these rural areas that are going to get scooped up and throw. So I think you're going to see, not to name towns, but you could have some medium-sized, let's say Milton, could have some rural areas pushed into their school, fill out their space, and they're saved. Like they get a benefit by scooping up some of the rural areas around them. It gives them more students and more volume, and that way they're happy. But those rural areas around them, not so much.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll believe it when I see it. Everyone I talk to hates it.
Well, I hope that you're right. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think so. I think it's going to fail. I think it's going down.
So do you say it fails? See, I could see it mutating quite a bit, but still going
Well, it could definitely mutate quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. That could happen. I mean, I mean, just depends on the flex. Honestly.
Do you see them doing nothing? Do you see they get to the end and they haven't really done anything? We go back to the status quo.
Well, it's just that, I mean, they didn't do anything until the last second last time. Like, it was such a disaster. Like, it was so bottom of the ninth. And there was all kinds of, like, procedural mashugana because they just, like, were not ready. And, I mean, legislators were, like, annoyed and exhausted and wanted to go home and made all kinds of calls, some of which they regret, and it's just, like, a mess. And I just feel like...
See, that's what I see happening.
Again?
They'll get to the very end. It'll go to 3 a.m.
Yeah.
And we'll come out with something that people are not happy about. But it's just like they've got to do something, and they'll do something, and it may not be great.
I don't know. It's an election year. It's a big year to take a risk like that. That's why I think nothing's going to happen. Well,
the calculation is it the bigger risk to shake the whole system up, or to do nothing?
Yeah. Right. It depends, I guess.
We have been at this precipice many times, and we have listened to the voices that said, no, we want to keep our communities whole. We want to keep our local control. But how many times can you keep coming back before, taxpayers say, no, we can't just continue to roll it back. We have to do something. And the profile of our voter right now, they're not directly connected. They're not kids. They don't have kids in the system.
Yeah.
And they're probably willing to roll the dice with something.
We'll see. I don't know. I still think that educators and families are very activated. I mean, that's just what I'm seeing.
That's been the history. Every time we've been here before, people have risen up and said, this is why. This is what it means to me to be a Vermonter.
Yeah.
And generally people agree.
Yeah.
And we don't do a whole lot.
Yeah.
And then 3 or 4 years later, we have another tax hike.
Well, I'd feel better.
We have the conversation all over again.
Yeah. I'd feel better if we had a strong competing initiative. So, for example, like Martine has a taxing second homeowners bill. Like that's something we could do to manage revenue. Like if we do, we're going to talk later in the episode about some other, revenue increasing projects. And so, if we got some other bills through to actually raise revenue, then maybe we wouldn't have to also blow up school districts at the same time.
Or address the actual cost drivers.
Yeah, like healthcare costs. Yeah. I mean, that should be on this list. So are we going to do anything about healthcare costs? I don't know.
Right.
Yeah. I'm going to say no, but it would be great if we did.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have any non-political predictions you'd like to make, Andy?
I would like to ask you whether you think the Mets will make the playoffs in 2026.
Oh, I do not.
You do not? Okay.
No, we don't know who the Mets are going to be.
Half the roster is empty right now, so that's part of it. Yes,
it's like
you have to have faith in the system and the process.
Do you have faith in the baseball system?
The baseball system or the Mets front office?
The second one, I think.
I do.
You do?
I do. I think they're going to come back. I think they'll be in the playoffs. I think they'll be good this year.
Really?
You heard it here first.
Wow, that's bold.
It is.
That's the boldest assertion
That's what this
made.
is. The New Year is about, making bold predictions. The end of the year is about realizing how stupid you were to think that things would all work out.
Yeah, that's why we're having drinks now.
Exactly. That's what we're drinking now.
Wow. You know what? That gives me a little bit of hope in like a really weird way.
Oh, really? It shouldn't. I don't know anything.
I just feel like you're a believer. That's nice.
Optimist. Don't believe what Joanna tells you.
I always believe what I tell you.
My next, how many rainbows will I see this year?
Oh my God. Are you going to count?
Sure. I'll keep it tally.
Oh my God. That's amazing.
I text you every time I see one.
You see rainbows everywhere.
I do.
It's crazy.
It's my sunny it's my sunny disposition. It brings out the sun, and I see rainbows everywhere.
Oh my God.
It's raining. I walk outside, clouds part, sun comes out, rainbow forms.
Yeah, the rainbows love you.
Oh yeah.
They follow you around.
It's a blessed life that I live.
Yeah. So how many are you going to see?
I'm going to say 10.
I think you're going to see more than that. I think you're going to see 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So Andy.
Well, I'll give you the over under. You're over 10. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take 10 and under.
Okay. I mean, it's not like I'm not going to hear this episode later. I don't know why I'm writing it down.
Yeah.
Do you do that sometimes, though?
I did that on the second one, Charity.
Oh, yeah.
When Charity was giving us her favorite hike, I started writing it down.
Yeah.
This was only like the third episode we ever recorded, so I was not yet in the habit. This is our 33rd episode, so you should know this by now.
Well, I just like to have my notes.
That's fine.
I'm an active learner.
That's fine.
Do you have other non-political predictions?
No, that was it.
That was it? Those are really good ones.
Thank you.
Whoa.
You prepared all this tax policy and all this agenda, and I just thought about rainbows and the Mets.
That's okay. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Yay. Okay. Nice work.
This episode of There's No A in Creemee has been sponsored by Phoenix Books. Every click has a cost. In the time it takes to hear this, Vermonters will send over $1,000 to Amazon, a company built on exploiting workers and squeezing small businesses. In times like these, our sponsor, Phoenix Books, wants to remind Vermonters to support Main Street over Wall Street this holiday season. Shop local. Shop your values. Well, that's all for this episode. We're going to come back in a couple of days with a continuation of this conversation when Joanna and I get into some of the revenue challenges that Vermont will face in 2026. We fight about some chickens, possibly the Mets. I can't recall at this point. I hope everybody is having a wonderful holiday season, and we'll see you soon.